So here we go. We are now ready on the floor of the Robinson's Place here in Manila for the first overall pick ng 2015 PBA Draft.
Number 1, 2015 draft pick selected by Talk and Text is Moala, Tautuaa.
Dito kita narinig.
And as expected, Moala Tautuaa is the top overall pick of this year's draft.
No surprises here for our first pick overall. Everybody expected that it's gonna be Moala Tautuaa. And for good measure, this is how amazing this team Talk and Text is. Despite the fact that they're on a rebuilding stage, they still managed to snatch one championship last season. And ngayon naman, nakakuha pa sila ng number 1 pick overall.
Look at the proud parents of Moala Tautuaa, no? Yun ang mga kanyang mga magulang. At alam mo naman, Ryan, you know, Talk and Text is looking to the build-up of the other teams, you know, especially like the San Miguel team that won 2 championships. Fajardo has been dominant. And if you look at Ginebra, you have big players there. So, you know, they really have to go for the big player.
Well, yes, the idea right now is who's going to match up against Junmar Fajardo and even Greg Slaughter and also Asi Taulava. And if you take a look at the draftees this year, this guy who's built like a tank 6'7", with athleticism, probably quicker than all the 6'7s in the league, is really going to be an exciting pick for Talk and Text.
At this point, isalin na natin sa ating kwentuhan si Miss Apple David.
Right now, I am with the parents of Moala Tautuaa. His mom is Romanita and his dad, Moala Sr. Dad, as a parent, how do you feel your son being drafted first overall?
I've been pushing this guy for a long time. This guy is a lazy guy, but I tell him, you know, you are half Filipino and half Tong. You get to be strong and better than that. And finally, he make the day, and I thank God for everything. A long way to come, and I praise the Lord for that.
Dito naman tayo kay Mami. Ma'am, you are a Filipina, and how do you feel being a Filipino? We know Mo is not here. He is in Estonia with Gilas Pilipinas. How do you feel that your son is already representing the country?
Oh, I'm so happy. It's amazing how God works. I'm telling you, I don't know what to say, but He's good.
So congratulations to the Tautuaa family. I now turn you over to Coach Commissioner Chito Narvaza for the next pick.
The number 2 draft pick, Mahindra Enforcers select Jeff Troy Rosario.
And the other incoming PBA player who's now officially drafted into the Philippine Basketball Association, nakasama ng Gilas Pilipinas sa Estonia, is now the second overall pick of 2015.
Well, pretty much expected the first 2 picks. And of course, Troy Rosario, who had a really good season when he played last time out with the National University. He's only 23 years old, and look at his skill set. He's 6'6", can spread the floor with his outside shots, and strong enough to get offensive rebounds, parang si Mark Pincris.
Doc, this guy's a game changer.
Yeah, because he's very athletic. Now, I followed this guy's career sa UAP. Ako humawak dyan 2011, 2000. This boy took some time before he really came into the picture. He's not a center. He's a natural power forward that can play all the way outside the lane. He's not really a post-up player, but he is a guy that will really give you a lot of rebounds, good outside shooting, and can get to the basket. If you do not box him out, he's gonna hurt you.
So for the Mahindra Enforcers, who used to be the Kia Carnival and Kia Sorrento, laking bagay na nakakuha sila ng second overall pick.
Well, for sure, in a different year, probably this Troy Rosario can even be the first pick overall. But because of Tautuaa, he's the second pick. But you know, historically, some of the second picks proved to be a very good player in the league. And you can name one guy, James Yap. He was picked at the number 2, and he's a 2-time MVP.
Yeah, I was gonna say that because kinuha mo yan. Marunong ka kumuha eh.
At this point, balikan natin si Miss Apple.
Ngayon kasama ko ang head coach ng Mahindra, ang kanilang big Troy Rosario. Coach, with the addition of Troy Rosario in your lineup, paano sa tingin niyo matutulungan niya ang Mahindra?
Malaking tulong siya kasi kailangan talaga namin ng big man eh. And besides ito ay nakakapaglaro siya ng small forward. So medyo may stretch namin yung floor sa kanya. So malaking tulong si Toy sa amin.
I'm sure excited na lahat ng ang fans ng Mahindra. Good luck, Coach. I turn you back over now to Commissioner Chito Narvata.
Number 3, draft pick. Rain or Shine, Elasto Painters select Maverick Ahanmisi.
Maverick Misi has been picked by Rain or Shine.
Well, it's listed at 6'2", but he's a player. He's a guard who has the quickness. He's a natural point guard, can definitely help rain or shine. But what is surprising is he's not even in the top list in all of the mock drafts.
Yun nga eh.
So it's probably a good steal here for rain or shine. They also do a good job historically getting picks.
Yeah, they pick Paul Lee, guys like, so definitely Jericho Cruz, Almasan. Pero itong kinuha nila, I think, because they have enough big men. A lot of people are saying rain or shine, but they already have 4, unless they let go of 1 in the future. So they really need to enforce their guard line. We might even see possible trades coming out of the present lineup of the guards of Rain or Shine to give way for this guy to be able to get some playing time.
Yun nga po, the first surprise in the draft that just busted everybody's mock drafts.
Well, yes, because we were looking at the draft picks during the mock draft of all the experts, and that guy who was drafted at number 3 was not even at the top of the radar.
Kaya nga nagkikwentuhan lang tayo dito at wala tayo doon namimili sa floor na itong Robinsons. Miss Apple?
Our draft pick, 3rd overall, Maverick Ahanmisi. Maverick, a lot of people were surprised you were picked this early. How about you? Were you even surprised?
Yeah, I was surprised. I've worked hard to this time, but I just thank God and I thank Rain or Shine for picking me at 3rd.
Not a lot of people are familiar about you. What can your team and the fans expect from you?
Hard work, pure hard work. I'm gonna work hard at possession, and I'm a very coachable kid.
So congratulations, Maverick. Balik sa inyo dyan, Magu.
Thank you, Miss Apple. So 3 of the 63 have now realized their dreams of having the PBA Commissioner call their names in the draft. So itignan natin sino pa ang mapipili sa aming pagbabalik.
For the number 4 2015 draft pick, the Meralco Bolts select Christopher Newsome.
Chris Newsome from the Ateneo de Manila is number 4.
This is not a surprise. Coach Norman Black really wanted this guy to be on board for the Bolts. He was really praying that he will be available at number 4, and it's just answered prayers for the Bolts. Chris Newsome is the newest guy who will be donning the Meralco Bolts jersey.
How versatile is that swing position going to be already with Dillinger and Hodge?
Well, Newsome is a guy that can play a lot of positions. His natural position actually is a 4, but he is too small for the PBA for that. But he can play the 1, 2, 3. With Happy, he was being used as a point guard and bringing up the ball, even with Ateneo. So he's a guy that can play 1, 2, 3 and will give them athleticism. I think what Meralco is looking for is for younger players with athletic abilities to be able to propel their game to a different standard.
And what is so nice about this tandem, Coach Norman and Chris Newsome, is it's a reunion of sorts. They've won a lot of championships with Ateneo, and for Chris, there will be not a lot of adjustment period because he definitely knows the system being run by Coach Norm.
Things are definitely looking like they're on the upswing para dito sa Meralco Bolts. They've got another pick coming up in this first round mamaya-maya. Pero right now, with the 5th pick of the draft, bago pala yun, puntahan natin si Miss Apple David.
Right now, I am with the 4th overall pick, Chris Newsome. Chris, from the Collegiate League to taking photos on the sidelines in the PBA games to actually now being drafted by Meralco. How do you feel?
I'm blessed, honestly. I don't have any words to really say. I'm just really excited. It's a dream come true.
Well, now we are gonna see who else dreams will come true. Balik tayo sa Kilamagu.
Thank you, Miss Apple. Versatile nga. Ano? Ito si Chris Newsom. We see him around the PBA last season na nagtupa-photograph.
And his athleticism is just out of the radar. He can really jump out of the gym, and he's a big contributor for sure for the Meralco Bolts roster.
Isa pa, magaling siya dumipensa. He can defend people in the perimeter. He's something like a Gabe Norwood, although much smaller. And that's what they're probably looking for. It is also for us to remind them that this pick was given to Meralco from Global Port. Now, because you might be surprised, bakit ang taas ang pinipick ng Meralco? Why? Because these are some trades that have happened in the past and they did get one. Ginebra is coming up and they're getting this pick from Barako Bull.
Kaya naman, yung mga libu-libong nandirito sa loob ng Robinsons, hindi na makapagantay. Pupunta na natin si Commissioner Chito Narvasa for Ginebra's pick.
The number 5, 2015 draft pick belongs to Barangay Ginebra San Miguel. And they select Scotty Thompson.
The MVP from the NCAA, Earl Scotty Thompson, veterano rin ng Gilas Cadets, is now with the Philippines' favorite.
Well, this guy is a very good player. He's been averaging triple doubles on rebounds, scoring, and assists. He's injured right now, but I think the player reminds me of Jun Simon, partner.
Yes.
That is the way I look at this guy.
That's right, and he can do a lot of things. He can even play the point guard chores once in a while. But what is so nice is he can defend and he can play multiple positions in a triangle offense that Coach Tim is known for. He will definitely thrive.
Brand new Barangay Ginebra coach Tim Cohn, all smiles with his 5th pick.
Yeah, I think, alam mo si Tim Cohn, just like Yang Yao, is a guy that also has, just like Coach Ryan, has been able to motivate players and have been able to develop players that you don't really see a lot of future. But this guy has already proven himself. Last year's MVP. This year he's having a fantastic NCAA season. Grabe ang mga passing niya. He's not even thinking to score, but he's almost always in double figures too.
Yun nga, no? Yung pati assist, pati rebounds, ibibigay sa'yo. He gives you not even a little bit of everything, a whole lot of everything, RG.
Well, yes, and the most important thing, I've mentioned it earlier, probably on offense, he will get like a lot of opportunities off the ball. But this Ginebra team really needs someone who can finish fast break opportunities, and more than that, he must be able to play defense. I think that is what Ginebra has been lacking for the past few conferences, and with Scotty Thompson on board, that problem will be addressed.
At ang pinakabagong kabarangay ay kasama ngayon ni Miss Apple.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, ang pinakabago nga ninyong kabarangay, Earl Scotty Thompson. Scott, ngayon palang cheer ka na ng mga fans ng Ginebra. Ano ba ang mapapangako mo sa kanila at sa iyong team?
Siguro, I'll give my best lang para sa team at lalo na sa mga crowd. Sana di ko sila mabigo, makatulong ako sa team.
Ngayon naman, gaano ka excited na mamimentor ka ng mga PBA superstars like Mark Kagiwa and JJ Helterbrand?
Sobrang excited ako at thankful kasi feeling ko sobrang dami kong matutunan sa mga mentor ko ngayon sa Ginebra.
So, Scotty, again, congratulations. Turn you over now to Commissioner Chito for the next pick.
Number 6 draft pick belongs to NLEX Road Warriors, and they select Garvo Lanete.
It's been a long time coming para dito kay Gabo Lanete. Miyembro rin to ng NLEX dati sa PBA D-League. It's gonna be a homecoming of sorts.
And also what is nice is he's also familiar with Coach Boyd Fernandez. They've won a lot of championships in the D-League. And you've mentioned it earlier also, that is probably the best shooter in the draft. And he should have or could have entered the draft last year. But he opted to stay one more year, and now he's ripe for the picking. And the NLEX, parang it's welcome back para dito sa player na ito.
Tama yung sinabi mo, Ryan. Probably is the best shooter among the candidates here. No? A consistent shooter. Can really make shots from the outside. He's already a veteran. He may be a rookie coming in, but he really knows how to play the game already. And like you say, familiar ka sa coach, madaling makipag-adjust, siguradong he will be able to help the NLEX team.
Yan, veterano na rin ng Gilas Cadets. Etong si Garvo Lanete. Yung paglalaro sa national team, yun yung isang hindi mo matatawaran dadali niya for
Well, yes.
in the PBA.
Dr. J mentioned that he's a very experienced guy. He has already won and played in a lot of leagues. But what is important is when he plays with Asi Taulava, who commands that space inside, Asi needs that space. He needs shooter around him, and Garbo is just like what the doctor ordered for NLEX.
At sa ngayon, si Gabo ay kasama ni Miss Apple.
Maraming nagsasabi na long time overdue na daw itong pagpapadraft mo. Pero para sa'yo, do you think this is perfect timing?
Yeah, this is the right time kasi last year I wasn't really 100% eh. So gusto ko pag pumasok ako, 100% ako.
Ngayon, reunited ka with your former coach, Boyet Fernandez. Excited ka na ba?
Yeah, sobra kasi I'm thankful talaga kasi I played there before. Then I think I'm familiar with the system already.
So again, Garbo, congratulations. Balik sa inyo, Dan Magu.
Unang anim pa lang po yan sa napakaraming nag-a-apply sa inyong PBA. We got more picks coming up sa aming pagbabalik.
For the number 7 draft pick, the Miracle Bolts select Baser Amer.
And the Meralco Bolts are stacking up on young talent. Baser Amer from the San Beda Red Lions basketball stable is now part of the PBA.
This is again a good pick for Meralco. First at number 4, they were able to draft Chris Newsome, and now they need a legitimate point guard. Everybody knows right now that Jimmy Alapag will be playing for the Meralco Bolts, but he needs a backup. So it is Baser Amer, a natural point guard, also a winner wherever he goes. Has won a lot of championships with the San Beda Red Lions and also with NLEX.
At kasama na rin sa SEA Games. Naka-line up din to, no? Pati dito sa Siaba, Doc.
Alam mo, this guy is also a veteran. He's proven what he can do during championship games, during crucial semi-final games. He's injured right now, but they know he'll be ready. Of course, you have to wait for him. Ang problema nga nila is because with letting Mike Cortez go, they don't really have a backup for Jimmy Alapag, and he can only play about 20-25 minutes at the most. So this is a good learning process for Baser Amer under a guy who's really another small guy that has played in the PBA basketball, that's Jimmy Alapag.
And what is important also is Coach Norman is putting in players whom he can think can help next season. I saw Rab Alozeni, and of course we also heard in the draft that Justin Chua is also with the Meralco Ball. So right now they're a little bit center heavy. So what they got is a good perimeter player in Newsome and a legit point guard aside from Jimmy Alapag. They were able to draft itong si Baser Amer.
And he is with Apple David.
Baser, alam naman natin na ang Meralco indeed of a solid point guard. Ikaw ba up to that challenge?
Oo naman kasi sobrang blessed ko kasi lalo na kay Coach Norman na kumbaga yung trust talaga nandun. Kasi yun naman yung importante doon yung tiwala.
Alam mo, makakasama mo sa Meralco si Jimmy Alapag. Are you more pressured or excited?
Sobrang excited ko kasi number 1 idol ko talaga siya.
So congratulations, Baser. Balik tayo kay Commissioner Chito Narvata.
For the number 8 draft pick, Star Hotshots select Norbert Torres.
Dr. J just hit it right on the head. Pinanggit mo yan, Dr. J. Norbert Torres might just go to the Star Hotshots.
Well, Norbert kasi is a big guy, pero most of the other teams, like you said, on the top, they need players on the wings after the first 2 picks. And Norbert is a good player. I think he's much better than what people credit him for. The last few years, he has improved, especially that move. He only goes to the right a little bit. That's something that he has to really improve on. But he has an outside shot, which LaSalle never really allowed him to do in the last 2 years that he played for the Green Archers.
Well, aside from that, they're going young, this Star Hotshots team. They have a lot of big men in that roster, but they want this guy who's only 25 years old to help right away. And with a new system that Coach Jason Webb is trying to implement, he definitely has a need for a big guy who can bang inside, mix it up with the guys like Junmar Fajardo, Greg Slaughter, Asi Taulava, and now Tautuaa. So this guy might be a good pick because he will be utilized well by Coach Jason.
Of course, you got to point out that De La Salle University connection there with Coach Jason Webb and Norbert Torres. Let's see if they will be playing beautiful basketball over at Star.
Well, yes, at, alam din naman natin, Ian Sanggalang is coming off an injury. He's slowly getting the groove back. So yung next conference, very critical kasi for a rookie coach like Jason. But I'm certain pinag-aralan nila yung need ng kanilang team. And he's just so happy to draft this guy.
Balik ulit tayo kami Sako.
Our 8th overall pick, Norbert Torres. Norbert, of all the teams, Star Hotshots ang pumili sa'yo. Ano yung pakiramdam?
I just feel super blessed to be drafted, and this is a great draft class. So I'm just can't wait to get to work.
Dito naman tayo sa bagong Star Hotshots head coach, Coach Jason. What made you decide to pick Norbert Torres?
First of all, we were very lucky that he landed on our pick on the 8th. We did our due diligence. We talked to Coach Juno. Thank you, Coach Juno. He actually gave us a lot of pointers saying all the positives of Norbert. We didn't expect he was going to fall in our spot, and we're just very happy that he'll be joining the Star Hotshots.
Thank you very much and congratulations to the Star Hotshots. Balik sa'yo, Commissioner Chito.
For the number 9 draft pick, the Blackwater Elite selects Arthur de la Cruz.
So Art de la Cruz, one of those do-it-all guys para sa San Beda, is now part of Blackwater. You know he might just get all the playing time he needs there.
And yes, he's a second-generation player. Of course, his father is an assistant coach in the PBA. And he's coming out so well this season in the NCAA, averaging in double-double. And for a new team like Blackwater, they need a scientific player who can glue this team together, these young guys together, and they're hoping that this guy, despite the fact that he's coming in as a rookie, he has leadership qualities, and that is important if you're trying to rebuild your team from bottom to the top.
I'm sure a lot of teams are surprised that he went this low. He was projected even as high as the number 3 or 4 pick, but obviously teams have their own needs that they should take care of. But Art de la Cruz has had a fantastic season. He has shown his ability to score against anybody, plus the fact that he's been passing the ball very well. So he's going to be a very big help to Blackwater, where he will provide a lot of the energy that this team needs.
Coach Art, all smiles, definitely a proud moment para sa mga De La Cruz.
And it's all about perspective sometimes. You get picked by a team that is trying to rebuild, but for some people, it might be a drawback. But for some, if you take a look at it on a high note or on a positive note, you look at it as an opportunity for you really to excel. You're going to get the playing time, you're going to get the needed boost and the confidence that will really bring you to the next level in your PBA career.
Tignan natin, ano nga ba ang nasa loobin neto ni Art, kasama siya ni Misapo.
Yes, Art, ngayon napakaganda ng pinapakita mo sa NCAA. Sabi niya kanina, top contender ka for MVP awards. Ikaw personally, sa tingin mo, gaano ka ba talaga kahanda go into the pros?
I think ready na ako sa pro, tapos thankful na rin ako sa Blackwater na na-pick nila ako, and yun lang, thankful ako.
Ano ba yung pinaka-importante na tips or advice na palaging sinasabi sa'yo ng daddy mo ngayong papasok ka na dito sa PBA?
Hard work lang, and makontento sa talent mo. Yun lang.
Congratulations, Art. Balik sa inyo dyan, Magu.
9 picks in the books, but we still got NLEX, Alaska, and Raider Shine coming up to round out this first round. At lahat po yan, ihatid namin sa inyo live on TV5 sa aming pagbabalik.
For the number 10 draft pick, the NLEX Road Warriors select Glenn Cabuntin.
This is one of those guys na tinutukan natin from his college career all the way to his Gilas Cadets stint. Toughness ang dadali nito.
And what is nice is he's coming off a championship season with the NU Bulldogs. So he has that confidence, and you are correct. In the PBA right now, good guys probably might not have a place. You have to be able to mix it up inside, not scared in the physicalities, and this guy is really tailor-made for the PBA.
Tama si Ryan. He's very fortunate to go to an NLEX team, which I think is not a bad team at all. Now, this guy's a small forward, but he's strong, and he can get to the basket. He will take outside shots, and he can make three-point shots. Shot selection is his problem sometimes, and maturity. Even in his last stint in the UAP, his maturity sometimes left him. But there is no question about his ferocity and his heart. So he will certainly be a big contribution as NLEX tries to go younger.
Pero pagka NLEX nga pinagkikwentuhan natin, isn't Asi Taulava mature enough for everybody?
Well, there's correct. Alam naman natin,
Wala dito, pwede
ang
nga
pambansang kuya. Pero kayang-kaya pang maglaro ng mahusay sa PBA.
Sa puntong ito, balik tayo kami Sapo.
Kasama ko ngayon si Glenn Kumuntin. Glenn, sa mga mock drafts, hindi doon makikita yung pangalan mo. Pero heto ka, sinusurpresa mo ang lahat ng tao. Ano bang nararamdaman ng isang Glenn Kumuntin ngayon?
Siyempre, sobrang blessed kasi hindi ko rin in-expect eh. So, thankful ako sa NLEX na nag-pick sila sa akin.
Glenn, ano ba ang pinaka-excited ka ngayon na maglalaro ka para sa NLEX?
Wala kasi career na to parang dream, so sobrang excited.
Sige, Glenn, congratulations! Balik kay Commissioner Chito Narvasa.
Number 11, draft pick. The Alaska Aces select Kevin Racal.
Kevin Racal, one of those gunners from the Colegio de San Juan de Letran. Definitely an excellent pick at 11.
Well, yes, it's 6'3", but he can run the floor so well, can shoot the perimeter jumper once in a while, but this guy is a workhorse. If you ask him to play defense, he will do that. Probably the same skill set as a Anabueva and Manuel. Might be hard for him to step inside right away, but the nice thing is he has Alex Compton, who will be a very good mentor for him here in the league.
I like this player. I've been watching the NCAA a lot, and I've seen what he can do. He's very good for the place wherein you use a lot of picks coming out of the middle and give him a down pick. He can make those kind of shots. Now, he's also a very tough defender and a pretty good rebounder. I put him in the mold of another Letranite who's still playing in the PBA, more of like an Aaron Abad. But this guy can score also.
At makakasama dyan sa Alaska, isa pang galing din Letran, si RJ Azul. You know the toughness comes pagka galing ka sa Colegio de San Juan de Letran.
And especially with the kind of game that they play right now. They play the full court pressing game, and Coach Alex also does that a lot in his team. So wala na masyadong pagbabago pagdating sa defensive philosophy itong si Racal.
Of course, Coach Alex Convan, pabalik pa lang dito sa Pilipinas galing Estonia sa kanyang serbisyo naman para sa Gilas, Pilipinas. So the rest of the Alaska Aces welcoming Kevin Racal with open arms, and as well as Miss Apple will be talking to him.
Yes, Kevin, ngayon sa pagpasok mo sa Alaska, magiging teammate mo na ang dati mong karibal na si Calvin Abueva. Anong pakiramdam? Excited ka ba?
Excited daw kasi dati magkalaban lang kami, tapos ngayon magiging kakampi ko na siya.
Sa tingin mo, ano ang maipapromise mo o paano ka magiging effective dito sa Alaska?
Siguro may papromise ko yung, may bibigay ko sa kanila yung hustle ko at yung depensa ko.
Dito naman tayo kay RJ. RJ, ano masasabi mo sa, nag-abot ba kayo nung college? At team B pa lang daw siya, pero ngayon pros na siya. Anong masasabi mo dito kay Kevin?
Wala naman. Deserving naman siya na mapunta sa amin. Tsaka magaling yan.
Titignan natin kung magkiklik to mga to. Balik tayo kay Commissioner Chito Narvasa.
For the first round, number 12, draft pick. Rain or Shine, Elasto Painters select Josan Nimes.
So Nimes will be rounding out the first round of the 2015 draft.
I thought this guy can be a good PBA material because of what he can bring to the table. He's playing for Mapua, but unfortunately last season he was saddled with a lot of injuries. That is why he was not really able to perform at a high level. But this year, he's performing a lot better. This guy can play the point guard once in a while, has good handles, and can also play defense. But what is so nice about this guy is his offensive mindset. Talagang shoot ito pag nakita niya yung ring.
Sayang rin, he's been injured on and off also right now, but Mapua is doing well because of him. He really can make shots. This guy can make shots. He can make shots off the dribble. He can make shots when he's open. And he's quite tall for a guard, for a guy who can play the guard position, also like a shooting guard. And he knows how to pass the ball. He's quite an intelligent player, and they would love him as Rain or Shine tries to stack up. Katulad ng sinabi ni Coach Ryan, medyo doon sa backcourt nila, tsaka hanggang sa wings.
Just when everybody thought na puro frontliner ang hanapin ng Rain or Shine, Coach Yeng is giving us another angle, yung backcourt nga po and yung wing positions ang kanyang pinupuno as we go back to Miss Apple.
Our last pick for the first round, Josan Nimes. Josan, you're picked by Rain or Shine, and they are known for their physicality. Do you think you can manage to perform in this team?
I think so. I don't have a choice really, so everybody knows about the physicality, so I just have to be ready.
What can you offer to this Rain or Shine team?
I can play multiple positions, plus I'll just do whatever the coach needs me to do. I'm not a demanding player.
All right, congratulations, Josan. Balik sa Jan Magu.
Ang pinakamalaking bagay doon, kung medyo kinakabahan ka sa physicality, buti kakampi mo sila.
Yun na nga eh. And it's not a demanding player, but Coach Cheng, it's a demanding coach.
Yun lang.
So kailangan dyan talaga, ready ka, practice pa lang.
Pero sa practice, doon ka masasaktan.
Yun ang matindi dyan. Tapos na po ang first round ng 2015 draft, pero hindi pa tayo tapos dito sa TV5. The second round is coming up starting with Blackwater sa aming pagbabalik.